Hi everyone, it's Midseason channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be going through my mid-season predictions and probably like a review of the teams I have to buy. If you're a returning magpies, like, comment, if you're new to the channel, watching this for the first time, please like, comment and subscribe. It means the world to me. Just so it's interesting. It's interesting time because as I'm doing this, there's only 5 teams to talk about, and the reason why is because West Coast and Richmond are playing tonight, and it's funny, Bulldogs, Brisbane, Carlton, and Essendon. Essendon 10th. I had them in the bottom 6. So Brisbane's 4th. Carlton is 14th. Now that can change as of tomorrow actually, because here's a stat. If Collingwood wins, alright, we'll go ahead of Carlton. And they will drop down to 14th, potentially. So they will actually drop lower than us. Bulldogs are second on the ladder. And I had them 7th, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me if they drop lower. I just thought by doing this, it was understandably a tough one because they've been finishing 7th on the ladder for the last few years, missed out on finals. In 2018, did not know if they could do it. The first win, I think the best win would have been against Collingwood, if I were to be honest enough. And maybe like against Carlton, just because with Carlton they had to find a way to win, and it's just amazing on how that happens as much as possible. Brisbane 4th. Now their best win, I would say, to be honest, and it's Collingwood, because they came back from 27 points down to win by a point, and that's nothing new. And to obviously with the Bulldogs losses would have been against Melbourne, but with Brisbane, I think the loss that potential that they had was starting 0-2. The first 2 games would be tough. Losing to Geelong, that's a tough one as well. And realistically, not knowing where they're at, but just going through at the moment, and as much as anything, Essendon, 10th. I had them in the bottom 6, or I definitely had that. I had Carlton the 8, but with Essendon, I think their best win was against St Kilda, against a top 8 team who perform well, hopefully get back. A win against Collingwood on Anzac Day as well. That's another thing. They've had losses. I can say they're competitive. A bad loss against Carlton, because normally they beat Carlton anyway. But they are a really good, strong team. And to lose against the Hawks as well. 40 points up and just lost it. Absolutely lost, and that was the worst as well. Carlton, their best win, probably against Fremantle and Essendon, but their worst losses, they've had so many. Collingwood's one of them, Bulldogs, West Coast, even Sydney, Port Adelaide as well. So they've had their bad losses. And I don't know, with Carlton, they're not going to make the 8. I think their fans are starting to realise that, but they're not that good. And the reason why I had them in the 8th, and I will explain it, is because they were the team that I thought could potentially, with the amount of 5-goal swings that they've had, they've been good. Like, they've been in those games. And I feel like when I see Carlton play, it's like, okay, well, they're getting better. It's the honourable losses. But this year they've had so many that their defence is leaking. And having Sard and having Williams isn't a midfielder. We all know that. Play one fucking good game. And that was against Collingwood in the prelim. Mate, that's all your good games are. If you're going to count Collingwood as a good game that you played back in 2019, which is fucking 2 years ago, mate, then you're not a midfielder, you're a half-back flanker. And Sard's another one who can get the ball, attack, but he doesn't like to defend. He likes to run an attack of half-back and set up. So he doesn't like to defend. So it just reminds me a little bit on where Carlton are at. They're a middle-of-the-road team. They're in no man's land. They're in that bunch of group where you can't trust them. Putting Stocker on Liam Ryan, really? He's not going to learn much. He's going to destroy a young guy's career. And the coach thinks, I thought he did alright. Held his own. Mate, Liam Ryan was always going to dominate against Liam Stocker. And that's the disappointing take. Like, they go about the 80,000 members, but there's no sense of winning. And I think that's the problem as well with that. So, the Bulldogs, I had a 7th. Carlton was 8. I got that wrong. Happy to wear that. We got Brisbane and the Bulldogs. Okay. Bulldogs I had 7. I had Brisbane 4th, so they're on track for that. Right, they're 4th on the ladder, they're on track for that. Essendon I had 16th. Carlton 8th. So they're the teams that I think that would be countable on that. But look, it is what it is. The Bulldogs, 2nd on the ladder. Show me something. So, if I got teams like the Western Bulldogs who are now 2nd on the ladder, a game from top spot, which doesn't mean much, but they're going to try and finish in top 4, I think that's a good sign. Carlton 14th, now I'm thinking they're not going to make it. Essendon, on where they are, they're outside the 8. They're a huge chance. They are a huge chance of they're making 8 now, or they might miss out. But any other than that, and Brisbane, I think they'll be about the mark. Because I see them 2 years in a row, I think that Brisbane can improve. If it's a 1 year off, it's a bit hard in our aspects. So, there we go, everyone. So that's the end of my mid-season prediction on where the teams are now compared to halfway mark. I will do these videos, no problems. And until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. Means the world to me. 5 teams have to buy. Pretty hard when it's just Bulldogs, Brisbane, Carlton, and Essendon. And it would have been, of course, West Coast and Richmond, but they're playing tonight. I'm going to go and watch the game, of course. Keep an eye on that. Oh man, what a day. Until next time, go the Pies. I'm out.